I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to TTA Review. Today is October 16th, Wednesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So you got to watch yesterday's video, so it makes sense. So I took that buy here, as you see. Yes, it failed. And I had someone unfollow me, and I'm pretty sure it's the reason because of this big sell-off here, not mentioning that it was to come down here. Listen, this is not a signal service. You have to understand that. This is to teach and to educate. All right, so I don't need to be giving signals. I'm not trying to give signals. I'm just telling you where I think the market's going. So don't treat it like that. Don't be entitled. So the guy unfollowed me for two reasons. Number one, I think it was because of this reason here, that if you watched the video before this, I literally mentioned that we're looking for a big retracement. And I was like, if you watch that video, which was, I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. I was like, is this the retracement here? This when we popped up here and then we retraced back to that broken, that high right there. I was like, is that the retracement? And I felt like it wasn't because it was too shallow. And it wasn't really a big retracement. That's a big retracement. Guess what? I was trying to buy this because I thought it would come up first. Guess what? I was wrong. Guess what? I still got involved. I still was able to switch gears and sell off into it. Okay. And then when we got here, this isn't a random place, this gap that I'm buying from. Okay. So that being said, I took this shot. Guess what? Where did it go? Where did that price go yesterday? It came up here. It did not break this high. I was hoping for structure going up. Guess what it did? Guess what it did? It didn't do that, first of all. And it came down, and then it went sideways. All right, that's not what I want to see if it's going to come up. But guess what? When I took this buy, it went for 150 points. Is this a random place? And is that points? Yes, absolutely. Now, watch this. Watch this. When we got here, when we were playing around at 9:30, right, pre-9:30, right here, we popped up. We see this higher high, higher low. I'm like, okay, cool. Guess what? I was still in the trade. And guess what? Then the price broke down and took out that low. That's not what I want to see if I'm bullish, number one. Number two, look at these candles here to sell program, right? Number three, when it was popping up here and it stopped, this could be resistance. All right, it's basic price action. And then number four, if you were watching price live, this candle 927, 928, 929, and especially 930, there was a gap in between 29 and 30. So while I'm watching the price starting to slither, I said I knew they're coming down. And we weren't getting what we were getting like ES and NASDAQ. And Dow. So in your instinct, I can't teach you instinct, but your instinct should tell you that this thing is coming down, right? So we have this liquidity here, right? Which bounced on the opening gap. So it bouncing on the opening gap is also very suspect because normal traders, retail traders will see this as support, right? But this is a dangling carrot as well. And yesterday, I'm going to go into it real quick, try to make this video short. But yesterday, this was on a 5-minute, I said, if you recall, I said, I wanted to see this hold as support. I got to go to a 5-minute. Just let me go to a 5-minute. So right here, I wanted to see this inversion hold. And I highlighted this on a 1-minute candle. Let me go back to the 1 minute. All right. And it held. I was highlighting that last up candle right here. Right here. I did it right in front of you. And then guess what? It opened. X marks the spot, man. Like beautiful. Holding as support, right? And then we bought up slowly. And I was like, yeah, great. Loved it. And then I kept holding. And then guess what? Now we're going to get back to here. Oh, and then also the issue with this is that when we were coming above the midnight open, look how we're tagging above it. We're working that area just to show you that this is the best area of sells. Not for Not saying for the whole, well, for pretty much for the whole day, right? The best sells were here, right? And it's poking above it. Okay. So that being said, look at this high right here. Yes, it takes that out, but it respects this high. We make another lower low right here. Then we carry up. We needed to come above here, but we did not. We broke. Okay, so now that you see the order flow there, I'm not going to draw it, man. It's just way too much. But, for the guy that follow me, let me tell you something. This is not a signal service. And then what I told you specifically, if this fails, which I had an idea that it would fail, I had a plan right after that. I literally told everyone yesterday that we would take this low, because this is the confirmation of someone that retraced back in, and then this retraced back in and then bought right here and then bought up. That's why they targeted this level. They didn't take out that low. I wasn't really concerned about that low. Why? Well, number one, I got all these gaps. Number two, the last week's gap. You do the homework. Last week's gap is sitting right here. I'm pointing right at it yesterday. Okay, so if this fails, I said I expect it to take out this low. I want to be a buyer from right here. Go watch the video. I literally am telling you this right here. Guess what? That's what happened. So, and he also probably unfollowed me because of the fact that, how did I catch this low? This right here. I already told you why. Go watch the video. But you don't get that. I'm not talking about you watching, but the person who unfollowed. Like it was very clear to me. Is this not a fucking gap right here? Like, okay. So, and plus the divergence, plus it being the end of the in the power hour, and I understand that they're gonna come up and rip up the seller. This is basic logic for me. But here, the magic here, take a look at this. I've been out of this trade. I bought it up to here. Got out right here. So this is the issue, man. Like, this is the problem with this industry. It's so toxic. And it's like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. That's why I've been in peace not showing trades. And it's just like, man, it's like no matter what I do, it's just never good enough for some people. It's hard not to pay attention to it. But anyways, here, this was the sign right here. Well, this was the sign. Breaking. See when they did this higher high, higher low, it was like too easy. I was like, oh, okay. But if it's gonna go, it's gonna go. And it did not. So it broke. Internal break. All right. Intermediate high. Shoots down. If your instinct didn't tell you that this thing, well, first of all, the opening range was going to be here. And I was also hoping that it would have been higher, because then the opening range gap would have been not only bigger, but then we would have came down to 50% and possibly bought back up. But that was not what was in the cards. I understood that the possibility of this failing was high. But guess what? That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not scared of that. It was in break even for number one. Number two, but this decision here, it's all about decisions. If you were watching Price Live, you saw this slithering down. It was literally telling you like, yo, we're coming. Sure enough, they came down. They came back up. They used this as resistance, right? The previous settlement, just almost very similar to the previous day's video, all right? And dump, pump. That's what I'm looking for. So bullish or bearish, and preferably bullish. So dump, you get the three drives here. 1, 2, and this whole mess is 3. We'll just count it as that. If I go to a 2-minute, you'll see it probably a lot more clear, all right? As you see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when I'm taking this sell, I'm definitely okay with getting out here, right? But take a look here, because we just did take out that low that I was talking about. See that low right there? Go watch yesterday's video. I literally told you this low. All right, it's sad that I have to talk like this. Also, I understood, I don't think I mentioned it yesterday, was that this was at a 50% level. From this range here to here, coming back, this was at a 50%. Now, when I took that buy yesterday, that was not at 50%, but sometimes they'll fucking do that. That's my experience. That's my understanding, and I'm not afraid of it, dude. It's just and then on a higher time frame, this is just a couple drives down, right? Now, I'm not saying that we're going to keep going up, but I think we should in general. The market got saved here. But we're at a 50% here for sure. Now, so I don't lose my understanding here. So, okay, comes down, breaks. I didn't draw them, but I didn't have to. All right, let's just do it like this. Well, you can even do it from the last candle too. Right there, see that? All right, control the price right there, okay? Comes down, body's respecting that imbalance right there. We also have this first imbalance of the market open on the 1 minute. What did we do? This was a target for the upside when we bought from after the dump. So price pops in, look at the body's respecting in there. Yes, it can come outside, that's no problem. But look at the body sitting there. Boom, rushes down for another drive. Boom, you get a breakaway imbalance right there. Not even tagging it, all right? And then you get you get 3 drives here, but this is really ugly. And why do I say that? Because they were doing this on purpose. They don't want you in the trade, right? They got to do the best they can to keep you out of the trade and make this easy as well, right? Look where it came to. 50% of this entire group of gaps, right? But what was more important was the previous week's gap. It's sitting in here, and I'm not even about to draw that, man. But whatever, you could see that very clear. But guess what time it is? It's 10 o'clock. It's the 4-hour candle. So the 4-hour candle, we already came here. If you thought it was going to just dip down, that's not happening here. I mean, way too much support here. Plus, you got to understand the way the market moves, and especially that if it's a 15-year historical data panning out. But in general speaking, this is it. This sell was very fucking easy. So guess what? You're buying up here to wipe out that liquidity. So that's the very simple logic. Then this price pushes down again. I do take a loss here. This 10 o'clock. This 10 o'clock first came down, and then I bought. All right, and then this 10:01 came down and took that out. I said, okay, it snapped back, right? And then this 10:02 started pushing up, and I got filled. And then, I know you, for the purpose of this conversation that we discussed of me losing this trade and saying that, hey, I'm gonna buy right here, very specific. When it came to the video, I'm gonna do this on purpose here, okay? And here we go. So there's your fill, horrible fill. But I understood what they were doing, and why did I understand that this was pushing up and this was a buy? You will see that we had lower lows with NAS. If you're watching price at both at the same time, and you see this little, see how S&P started pushing up, curving, not making any more lows. That's exactly what I needed and was waiting for. So I did that, and I also had a higher low divergence on a higher time frame with S&P. We made lower lows. We took that low out. Unfortunate for anyone that was still holding this, but in general, that's the higher low. This is what makes the buy happen also for me. And then we had also internal shift. So this is the bias of shifting in direction, and then this is like the confirmation. This Dow, this higher low here, we made both lower lows here with S&P and NAS, right? So, and then right here, this is also another confirmation. This is like now the real confirmation inside these confirmations, right? So this beautiful work right here, man. Beautiful work right here. And then let me go back to this. And then so as you see here, no, not here. Here. So as you see here, so 10, 10:01, 10, so 10, 10, 10:01, 10:02. All right. And then so 10:02 pushes up, and I get filled because I was expecting this push hard. I already know that because I just got done explaining to you about the divergence here. So that being said, I also have divergence here, right? But it was just moving very fast, and I got a horrible fill. It came down, right? So my stop loss has to be here, right, at 50% here. And guess what? This next candle shot the hell off. I'm like, yes, that's what I want to see. That's what I need. And sure enough, beautiful. And yes, I have double the leverage here. Why? Because I understand where these prices are. These prices are at very key levels. Do you see how it bounced right here on this gap? And then it's literally nothing inside. And then the next gaps are here. Do you see this as a coincidence? Can't be. So for the guy that unfollowed me, dude, or whoever wants to, it's like, you know what? Go watch someone else, man. Because it's like, I do the best I can here. And I'm literally telling you the day before, this is not a signal service, people. You have to understand that. But I hope these videos are helping. So anyways, what do? Well, I'm holding it. My minimum target for this buy, because I know it's a position trade, is right here. And I'm screenshotting it literally on purpose where I want to take the profit out. Look what the time is, 2:23. 2:23. Okay, that candle opens up and it pushes up and I get the fuck out. I don't even wait for here. And it barely took this high. What is this me doing? This is me understanding that this was an easy sell. All right, for anyone who was slick. All right, I made my decision here, actually, when it was breaking these candles right here. I made the decision to take out that trade from yesterday and sell. So me coming back up here, look, there's a gap in between 29 and 30 as well. This is a minimum area. So what did we do? We pushed up and we got there. All right, but guess what? Me taking it out here is not trying to be right. I'm not trying to hold it for the midnight level. I'm not trying to hold it for this high. I don't give a fuck what it does from here. I was just trying to get, I mean, obviously I would have liked for it to keep going, but Nas was weak. S&P and Dow were pushing. And that happens to be our situation. Take a look. Look where fucking Dow. This is exactly what I wanted with Nas. I wanted to come back up and take all this out. And guess what? We did not. We're far from it. Guess what here? Look at S&P. Came all the way up. Look at Dow. Burn right through it. Right? So we happen to not get the momentum that I was hoping for. But guess what? What does that mean? Does that mean I'm not involved? Does that mean I don't make responsible decisions to get the fuck out of the trade? I got out of the trade. What the hell? Get out of the trade. Done. I'm good. I'm cool. Would I have liked it to come up here? I was trying to get into here. Yes, great. But it didn't. So, I mean, I don't know what else I could say, man. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why the guy unfollowed me. So, and you don't think I can catch these trades? I talk about this shit every day. I mean, matter of fact, yesterday, again, this is why this is so toxic, and I don't want to be involved in this toxicness, man. Like everyone on the internet, look at me, I did this, look at this. I don't want to tell you that I told you yesterday, but I got to explain myself because I took this buy yesterday. All right. And the guy unfollowed me. It's like, okay. It's like, dude, like when it sold here, who on the internet told you that it was going to be a big, massive retracement here? Who told you that? No one. I fucking promise you no one told you that. All right. So, and then telling you that if it fails, I want to take this low out, and then come here and buy from here. Like, dude, I mean, I don't need to prove myself. And it's a shame that I got to show you the trade. It's like, bruh. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had to get that out the way, but take a look here. You could see that when we pushed up, we came back. Look at this high of 954. See, I highlighted just the wick. This idea here is the same idea that I was talking about here in specifics, right here. Remember this situation? Buying, holding? Well, this was the same idea. So dump, pump, right? So the price came up, came back into this, held the support, then pushed up, came to this inversion and balance. Look at, boom, stopping right at 50%. Look at the bodies closing. And what's in the background? You got the fucking gap. Can't miss that. All right, pushes up, retraces back into this down candle, pushes up again. Where's it going? It's immediately rushing for anyone that was slick that sold here. And then it creates liquidity. So it pushes up here. Then look at the bodies respecting that 931. Look at that. Look at the bodies respecting there. Boom, pushes down. Where does it come down to? It's just coming down to wipe out all the buyers here. That's all it's doing. Because if you watch price live, that's why I'm in trades like this. Yes, do I take losses? Yeah, I do. But dude, for me, it's not a big deal. Like I know what it's doing, right? I don't know what it's gonna do, but But coming here, this is a support area. I got it dragged out. It's already there. You can see it. Can't miss it, right? And then what is it? Coming down is just wiping out buyers. And guess what? We come back up to wipe out sellers. And then the whole way through the rest of the day, well, this I want to see. I don't have much highlighted, but I'm doing this on purpose because it's just too much. So I got to keep these videos short somehow. This 944, I dragged it out. If it's going to be buying, I want to see it hold from here. If it comes underneath this 50%, yes, it did it here. Yes, but this was also an understanding that if it broke through here, people are pushing buy right here. Okay, they're just literally pushing, just like I'm literally pushing sell right here without any technicals. This is just raw price action and momentum, right? Like I have plenty of experience with that. So guess what? Does it make sense that it came back down here? Yes, it makes fucking sense, right? And it doesn't take out this down candle. 1005. See the low of the 1005, the down candle. Look how this candle doesn't take it out. That's on purpose. They're trying to hold that as support. They don't break it. Anyways, but yes, we came underneath. But I'm expecting it to come back up. I'm not worried about that. My conviction is very strong, right? So we tap it. Look at double wicks. Come up. We come back. Respecting. We push up. We come back down. Respecting now here. You can see the respect. You can see it respecting. All right. All right. All higher lows. Yes, I understand. Holding all this sucks because of the fact that it's nice liquidity built. But I knew the target was here, especially here. This was actually my minimum target right here, the 930 open. But right after that would be here, and this is when I was done. Okay. And then what do? We hold. I'm not going to draw any of all this. I'm just not going to do all that. I don't need to. It's just higher highs and higher lows, man. And then we get here. I get out right here. I've been out of the fucking trade. I've been done. I'm only making the video a little earlier is because I got to go take my dog to go get groomed. So he's on super drugs right now, so he can mellow out. But anyways, so look what happened. What do I call this? Holding the bag. If you didn't get out right here, then you just got caught holding the bag. What did it do? Came back down. Look where it's stuck here. I'm not saying it's not going to go up, and I'm not saying it's going to go down. But I don't give a fuck what it's going to do from this point. I got what I wanted. This is exactly what I was looking for. Yes, would I have liked to come up here just like S&P and Dow? Yes. But guess what? We weren't getting it. We're late to the party, and it's probably still going to happen. But guess what? That's my good decision making, right? That's very key, man. Very, very, very key. All right. So, and as you see, tapping that 50% was of the opening range, acting like it was going to be resistance. I was like, nah, you're fucking phony, right? And then boom, pushed right through, used it as support, popped up. All right, now we're sitting there now. So we just did not get the price action that we would have liked to see like everyone else. And you know how many times we benefit from the price action of Nas and all of the rest are just weak. I mean, it's part of the game. What are you going to do? But I'm looking for these divergences here. I got way too much confluence when we're stopping at these gaps. No one has these gaps on their chart. I can guarantee it, right? But guess what? Look at the 4 hour. Like the 4 hour, that 10 o'clock was you had your distribution here. This is a distribution moment. And time is involved. This is not just also random. I've got everything working for me there. You got to pull the trigger, man. You just got to pull the trigger. It is what it is. So, and if you bought right here, then when you're taking this trade as a buy, where's your minimum level? Well, for me, it's here, right? For me, it's this level at minimum. My second level of minimum is right there, is the first gap right there, the 931. And then when it came out, take it out. Take the damn profit out. Trail your stop. Just trail it. You just got to trail it. I'm going to move this. See here? You bought. You found support. This is how I'm trailing this. Right there. Right here. Right here. So when the price reject comes right back, I got to put it underneath this candle. I'm hoping for this to stay empty because it's a breakaway imbalance. It's trying to rush for liquidity, right? So, you know, if you put at 50%, I get it, but you're gonna get stopped out a lot. All right, and then just trail it. Boom. As soon as it takes you out, be done. You got what you needed for. Me, I'm stubborn, and I'm getting here. I'm not telling you to trade like me, but I do what I do. You do what you do. Okay, so I can't teach you instinct. I'm not going to be able to beat that's something you have to do all on your own. All right. So, anyways, this breaks. This is a nice sell too. So sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. I'm only looking for those two. I don't give a fuck what happens else. Yes, I was going to be done here, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I know we're coming up here. I was hoping for a much bigger push, but then we retrace back. Where do we come all the way back to? Right here. Look, specifically right there. So, and then it just trickled the rest of the day. I just had to like literally just set it and forget it. So, and then also, so knowing that's at 50%, right? That's fair delivery, right? I was also trying to do this. What I was trying to do yesterday was so this range from here to here, which I know that's a range, right? High, low. Took out liquidity, this high, took out liquidity to the left. So that's a range. I was trying to come to this 50%, obviously. Didn't work. Guess what? When it kept coming down, I'm in this range now, right? So now with this buy, I'm trying to get to here. It might not happen. If this rolls over and becomes bearish, then I got the fuck out. I don't know if this is going to happen, but it should. It should, but I don't know if it's going to happen. What was the other thing I was going to say? Damn. And then I was mentioning that this market got saved by this too. Look, like it literally got saved. I didn't want it to roll over and turn over like something like this. I was afraid of this. I mentioned it yesterday. This is below 50% of this range. This price action. Guess what? This is well above 50%. Matter of fact, it came up and it sealed it. It's pretty high. Now, again, to me, that means the bulls are sort of back into play. But if it fails from here, well, then you know why. You know, I mean, I'm watching this. I'm seeing this happen, and I'm like, dude, why is not Nasdaq just taking forever? And they're doing it on purpose. Everyone trades it, and they're making them frustrated. I know exactly what they're doing, dude. That's take a look. If I was still holding for this high, which it did take this high out, but if I was, for it to bust through or something, I'd be pissed the fuck off. All right, don't get caught with the bag. Take a look. I'm on an overbought here. Why do I have to be done? Look what we're doing. Look at the bar today. Why was this logical? Because they've reached their objective. What was their objective? To wipe out the sellers here. And you're saying, well, why didn't they wipe out these guys right here? Because, number one, this was already hard as shit to get in. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. When we popped up here like this, see this? We took out this swing of sellers. Why here and not here? Because for you to sell here is already fucking hard as hell to do. But for the guy who sold here, that's very easy. Why? Because they've already got I should have mentioned this yesterday, but they also have what retail calls this a descending triangle. All right. See that? So they see this. You see that? They see that as a descending triangle. So I used to trade this years ago. And guess what? This guy right here, he's like, all right, now this is an easy run for liquidity or for a lower low if we're bearish. That's what his logic is. This is a very easy trade to accomplish. That's why we popped up right here and we took them out. And when I saw that, when I woke up and I saw that we only stopped here, I said, man, this is heavy. It's not done. And I knew we were coming for here. And then once I had that understanding, I was like, okay, this thing better hold. This little super easy structure, this is to induce you so they can rip it. So when they rip it, they rip everything else. It's just part of their system. But back to the point, why did they stop here for now? I'm not saying we're not going to keep going. I'm just saying, why was it important for here? Because these are the people, this understanding right here is the same idea that I just mentioned here. I'm not saying that it's a descending triangle. I'm just saying that it's that the logic of the easy sellers, right? So that's that. So there it goes, right? Using that as support should go through. I will still see us up here probably taking out these highs and being bullish, man. Like, it is what it is. So, and there's 50% level right there. But I just, it's not going to happen today. And I don't feel like holding. I don't feel like holding. And you want to be really honest with you? Yeah, I'm Mr. I doubled the leverage and I'm looking for a big push. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. I am very tired. And I do need a break. I'm just tired. So that's the answer why I'm fucking done. I don't know what else I can say. So, damn, man. Damn, I made this long again. All right, dollar also just pushing up higher too. That's also stunting us possibly. But who cares? And as you see, look at Dow. Look at they rated one more time, which is like I said, man. I understood. Look, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you Dow? Watch yesterday's video. I said that I was looking for Dow to hold at 50%. It did. Come on, it did. It did. All right. So there's that. Look at that. Constant buying. Very limited opportunities. That's why I don't fucking trade Dow. And they're coming all the way to their highs, dude. And they, look at this. S&P's coming to 50% of that range, and that's what I was looking for, but I made the decision to cut it off. 50% right there. Beautiful. I can't make this shit up, buddy. And it stops right there. Now tomorrow it's going to be very interesting. What's tomorrow? Thursday, right? So Thursday, So Thursday can be a reversal. Thursday can be a continuation. Depending how it goes, what could you possibly see? Well, you could see a bearish candle tomorrow or a bullish candle. I know that sounds stupid, right? But this last down candle, right? You could see possibly two bullish candles here, right? And then push up, and then, so this is a bullish candle. This is a bearish candle, and then you get two bullish candles here to equal this. If it's failing and it's stopping, it's getting stuck here. I don't know. Is it going to roll over here? I don't know that, but I'm using data for tomorrow to also tell me. But in my opinion, I think we're still bullish, obviously. So, where else are we here? They got right into, they tapped that, and it's not good in a way. But again, let me see here. Liquidity. This is why. Look at this new thing they do. I don't know why they do that, man. I mean, that was kind of cool, I guess, if you have one screen, but it sucks for me. But anyways, I don't know. See, I mean, yes, it's built, but but this is also very tough to get in, right? So I don't know. I don't know. This is why I got the fuck out, dude. Because in a perfect world, I'd like to see it pop up. Do we get another drive down for like number 3? Possibly. I don't know. This is a weak ass candle. This is not good for bulls. That's for sure. So, again, I'd like to see us come up here. Again, I don't know how long it's going to take. So this could be like, this week could be just like kind of bullshit for the rest of the week. And then the next week be bullish, right? Like, that's very, very, very possible, right? But I'm still expecting higher prices. So I really can't call it from here. You already know what I would like to see. So, damn. Sucks that I made this video long, man. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I'm always forgetting something, dude. I don't know why I make such long videos. I just ramble, maybe. I don't know. I don't get it. I still think we're coming up, man, if you ask me. Looking at bonds. Bonds is slowly coming back up. Yields is kind of retracing. I don't know. It's a little mixed market too, and this is why I'm, But I don't know. If it breaks below here, that sucks because, you know, I mean, keep in mind, gap to gap, right? Like we popped up here, we got to this gap, right? We failed short, which is not a good sign. But then we came back, we came to this gap, just like when we were over here. We came up to this gaps, this level of gaps. Then we retraced back to these level of gaps. Then we popped up, we retraced back to these gaps, bouncing back here, coming up. Now we're back at these gaps. So I mean, if it was to come any lower, dude, I mean, that's not good. That's not good. And it's a different conversation. Probably rush for here. Maybe that low right there. But again, I don't care. At this moment right now, I don't care. I made good decisions today, and I'm proud of that. And that's what this game is all about. So I got something here. Also, the reason why, just so people, I'm constantly trying to defend myself, is sick. But the other reason why I understood that this was a problem right here was look at this. You get this 3 drives right here, humps. See these little mountains right here? Boom, sitting right there, right? And then we start coming down, and this, which is this level, was at 50%. And then I caught the momentum coming down from it and got out of the trade and got in here. So and again, to reiterate, the reason why this is very powerful is because in the first 2 hours, it's just awesome. All right, it's just very awesome. Take a look. So did it sell from here? Yes. Did it buy from down here in this mess? Yes. Did it stop here at a dime? Yes. Did it come back and buy right here? Yes. Do you understand? And then from here, it gets funky, right? And then if you go to the 5-minute, you'll see, come on, man. Weak here, right? I also understand the 5-minute, using the 5-minute, and then take a look. Dude, is that not like obvious? You guys take care and God bless.